Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your May 2017 Triple Cross reading with me. You can use this for your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign. I'm new to the YouTube community and I'm very excited to read for your Cancer, so let's begin your reading. Now, in the center, you have the King of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Emperor. And as a supporting card, or as an obstacle, and in this case it is an obstacle, we have the Eight of Wands, and I'll explain why this is an obstacle. Okay, so this can play out in two ways. Because you're a Cancer, you're represented by the King of Cups, so this could be you having a disagreement with someone older than you, like a boss or your father. It's a very strong, older male energy. Or if that's not the case, you could be having an internal conflict between your emotions and your need to be the boss or the leader of your current situation. The obstacle in this case would be time and a feeling of being rushed, of things moving too fast, too quickly, and having to deal with many egos. So that's at the center of your reading, your current situation. And at the root of everything, or what's rocking the boat, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Justice card, and the Queen of Wands. So we have two majors here. Okay, so if you have been in a chaotic situation, Cancer, please know that things will settle down. And this will only happen when you decide what you really want. The Queen knows exactly when she needs to act, and she has the power to make things happen, and she has the power to also change the situation as she deems fit. There is an element of karma associated with these cards, but the Queen holds a lot of power. She's connected to nature, and she typically is pictured with an animal. So there's a bit of a shifting energy situation happening here, especially with these two. Bring your emotions into balance and act as you want things to be. So it's up to you. So now, in your past, your recent past, we have the Two of Swords, the Sun, and the Eight of Pentacles. All right, so you have really been working hard to gain the necessary clarity in order to make wise decisions that you couldn't quite make in the past before this past. This is the recent past. So you have come to a place of clarity, because whenever we get the Sun card here, it illuminates anything that you weren't able to see before. So that's great. And now, crowning your situation, we have the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. All right, so you have truly been working hard. I see this loud and clear with the 8 and the 10 here. So in this case, you have been working hard in your field, in your workspace. And even though sometimes it could be quite taxing and burdensome, you still have the energy left over to continually carry out any plan or project that you have going on for you. But also, you will hear news of upcoming projects that are coming down the line. And what I like about these projects is that because we have a 10 and we have a Queen here, they feel like projects that could be quite prosperous for you in the future as well. So now, what is actually leading to this, the future, we have the Lovers, the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. All right, so you will have a lot of choices, Cancer. A lot of choices, but don't let all of these options overwhelm you, because there's many and some of them are quite tempting. But the seven warns you, the Seven of Cups here, it warns you that not all of the options are good. Some are and some are not, and some you're not sure of. And with this, coupled with that, I can see that when it comes to love, don't hesitate for too long before making a choice, or you may end up with nothing to choose from in the end. And this not only goes for love, I just see love quite clearly because of the Lovers and a very strong cup card here. But it could also be options between two choices of, for example, two new places to live, two houses, two countries, two choices when it comes to, or more choices when it comes to work. It could also be that. I'm just giving you all the options because there's many of you out there watching at YouTube. But whatever these options are, make sure that you choose the one that you really, really love. Or you might not have anything to choose from in the end. So act first, okay? And also, because we do have a 7 here and we have a major, and the 5 typically is balancing out what it is that you feel is good for you on a spiritual level. Because in the Rider-Waite deck, we see a man that's outside of a church. And this church is not necessarily to be religious, but it's to do with a spiritual realm. So whatever it is that you're choosing from, tune into that divine power, that your spirits, your religion, if you are a believer, whatever it is, that you can tap into that energy, and that's going to help you make the right choice. Now, in your ego position, or how you view the situation at hand, we have the Hermit card, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Okay, so you clearly are being super cautious when it comes to love. But there is someone or something, if this is a choice that has nothing to do with love, there is something that really does fulfill you and that you're really, really intrigued by. But you are being super, super cautious. So think on it. Gather that wisdom that the cards are calling for, but you must act because there is something that's ticking the box here. But if you are in a long-term relationship, my advice would be don't shut yourself out just for love. Don't forget that you have friends and family. Make sure to call them, to have more relationships outside of this one that you could truly be focusing all your energies on and shutting everybody else out. So, but if you're not, like I said, definitely sit on that choice, think about it, gather that wisdom, gather that from spirit or whatever belief system it is that you have, because this does deal with belief systems, the 5. And act. Now, in your environment or external to you, we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, and the 2 of Cups. I love this. All right, so there is creative, emotional, and financial prosperity around you. So let all of this valuable abundance be something that you can continue to build upon for whatever it is that you want to see grow in the future. So whatever it is that's brewing here leading up to this, it has true potential. So if, for example, this is about love, there is that one, again, I keep going back to that. There is one that is very, very tempting because it is a really good offer that has legs to stand on, that could be solid, true, and has you fired up and emotionally fulfilled. And this is not just love, it could apply to work, it could apply to a really good friendship that's equal and balanced, or a good partnership that is also equal and balanced. So I really like that for you, Cancer. Now in your hopes and fears area, we have the Ace of Wands, the Tower, and the Nine of Pentacles. All right, so these are fears here. And okay, sorry about that. My battery ran out. Mercury in retrograde is in full effect. All right, so your fears, your hopes and fears, I was saying that this is a fear. And what you fear here is that your new creative idea or project won't reap the financial rewards that you hope that it will. But don't feed into this fear. It's only a fear. It's not actually in your reading. So instead of seeing it as a negative or feeding into that fear, come up from a place of feeling excited and think about how abundant and how prosperous you will feel once you achieve this goal. So flip this card and just see it as an illumination of what could be, as opposed to what it couldn't be. So don't put this card in the foreground, put it in the background. And as your outcome, we have the Devil, the Three of Pentacles, and the Temperance card. Right, so two majors. These are very strong energies. And what I just want to get out of the way really, really quickly is to be careful when it comes to a love triangle situation. And if that is the case, I can definitely see what the hesitation is and why you're trying to see things clearly. And my advice for you would be to not act until you have all of the information, and to do what is actually going to be good for you when it comes down to situations of karma, because this is the root of the situation. And then we have the Devil and Temperance, and in the root you did have the Wheel and the Justice card. So it's just as a forewarning. And if that's not going on and you do have a long-term relationship or a committed relationship, it seems that the two of you are polar opposites, like complete opposites. So what this is calling for you to do is to be the bigger person and to find that midway where you could meet the person halfway and find some commonality between the two opposites here. So be temperate and whatever the offering is, just know that if you can be temperate and balanced, this Devil card won't have as much power of the differences and the things that are holding you back, because it is a card of feeling held back. So you have these two are beautiful next to the Devil, so I'm not worried too much for you, Cancer. But when it comes to the work front, I really, really would like for you guys to just get rid of any limiting beliefs that you might have when it comes to creativity, creative projects, or being seen, because this is a great card for being seen. And, well, just combine, again, those contrasting elements. Surprise yourself and be unique in order to be successful. So lots of luck to you, Cancer. I really hope that this has been of help to you. If you feel it has, please give me a thumbs up, a subscribe. It would mean a lot. And if you'd like a private reading with me, please visit tripletarot.com. Triple cross reading just like this one costs only $30. I also have some other options on there so that you can choose whichever suits you best. I wish you a beautiful month, Cancer. I'll see you in June. Bye-bye.